cooking apa?
Hi, this is Cooking Apam. Today I'm going to make a Teochew porridge using a giant grouper. How giant is this particular grouper that I bought this fish from? This grouper is about I think exactly 97 kg for one fish. So you can imagine how giant it is. I bought it online, and I bought two pieces. This is one of the part of the piece. This is approximately about 250 to 300 grams, and I slice it. You probably notice some of it comes with a bit of skin, some of it is without the skin. Later, I may have to adjust the different timing of the cooking because the skin itself can be very chewy. I was told you need to cook about close to 20 minutes, then only the fish skin will be just nice, yeah, just like a jello, the kind of thing. It will taste really good. If you don't cook it enough, it will be very chewy, yeah, and a lot of collagen. This fish, and of course, Teochew porridge, we always have to pre-cook the rice. I have approximately 1.5 cup of rice here, using this cup, right, the rice cup. This is good for at least about 3 to 4 adults, yeah. Then what else do we have? This tree here is meant for making the broth. I have few pieces of old ginger. I have some coriander roots, fresh coriander roots. I have some tong choy. Yeah, I don't know how to call tong choy in English. Preserved veggie, Tian preserved veggie. We are going to use approximately about 1 tablespoon later. And also I'll be using, I'll put in a bit of my cooking up chicken stock powder, where you can get it from Shopee, Malaysia and Singapore. 100% zero MSG, 100% zero preservative. And I have some other few things here to enhance the flavor for garnishing towards the end. Of course, we have some ginger slices. I have some fresh coriander. And this is very special. You should really try this. It is actually dried shrimp. Normally we call it xia pi. So this dried shrimp, the heavy, is so small until after it is dried out, no more meat. Normal meat, heavy, you still can see the meat. This one only left the skin. This is why it's called shrimp skin. Xia pi, literally translated. Right? This one, very, very fragrant. And you cannot imagine that a lot of those living in those seafood villages always like to add this, put this on top of many of their dishes. I tried many times, even put it on top of curry rice. Ooh, tastes so good. Anything seafood, this one is very good. And then what you can do is, after you take it out, and you use medium or medium low heat to dry roast it, meaning you stir fry it without any oil for approximately between 1 to 2 minutes until it becomes really crispy. Then good enough, right? Super, super fragrant, must try. So first of all, we want to marinate this with some few dashes of white pepper here, few dash of fish sauce, and I will put in some sesame oil. Mix it up. This is probably my first time cooking long tan. Yeah, this is long tan fish. The first thing you want, let's dry roast our ginger. This will help to enhance the flavor of the ginger itself. During the dry roasting process, it will actually help to remove some of the liquid, yeah, water inside the ginger. Henceforth, what's left is actually the aroma and fragrance. Ooh, I can smell the ginger right now. Add in the hot water. How much water to put? Just now if you have, it should be about, your rice to water should be about 1 to 4 at least, yeah? At least 1 to 4. So this may not be enough. I may need to add more. Right, once the water is boiling, I'm going to put in part of the fish. I actually cut out some of the skin here because I do know the skin takes much longer time. And I'll be putting in the fresh coriander roots. This will also help with the removing the fishness. Same like ginger. The tong choy, we don't need to cook it for a very long time. The flavor for tong choy can come out very quick. We will put it towards the last. So let's cook this for at least about 10 minutes before we continue. Sometimes when you are not so familiar with the ingredient that you are using, you practically need to do a little bit more thinking. Yeah? This is not like the normal fish. If it's a normal grouper, I will cook it totally differently, because the normal grouper, if you put in the fish so early like this, and everything will disintegrate inside the porridge. So yeah, we do make our own adjustment. Do take note, I do allow it to boil. So using medium high heat. After the 10 minutes, I may not let it boil anymore. Why you want to let it boil? When you want to boil, that will really help to extract out, to cook out all the nice flavor from the ingredient and fish inside. Later, when we choose not to boil, it's because we want to try to maintain the shape and the texture of the meat itself. So this fish here, part of it, I use it to cook the broth. Some of the part, I actually use it for the meat. Right, it has been boiling for the past 10 minutes. Now, there are three very important ingredients in making the fish, the soup, yeah, the soup base here. Number one is the ginger. Number two is the fresh coriander roots. Number three, of course, is the fish lah. Let's not count the fish. Let's not count the fish. And the third one is actually the tong choy, yeah. It's actually the tong choy. I'm putting in approximately 1 tablespoon. Agak. These three things will give it a very good, deep seafood flavor. And I decided not to put in my cooking apa chicken stock, because then the whole soup will not be as clear. It will become like a golden chicken porridge. So these few items good enough to make a fantastic soup. And this is now we can actually put in the rice. I will decide how much. Maybe I won't put all, because it seems like a lot. Actually, my mother-in-law suggested 1 cup of rice enough. I cook 1.5. I'm always very greedy. I think 1 cup is enough. No need to cook. No need to cook 1.5. I will leave the rest of the rice for tomorrow. As you probably know, Teochew porridge, they always use a pre-cooked rice to cook, yeah, so that you can really still see the rice itself, the rice grain itself. Now, this is the time where we can actually add in the rest of the fish slices. And I'm quite happy, the one I cooked earlier did not disintegrate. Very tough. This is tough meat. I see most people bought this fish for the skin. Seriously. They just want to eat the jello-ish texture and collagen. But to be very frank, my family, no, they won't like it. They won't enjoy the fish skin at all. So yeah, you do have to make adjustment for your own family. Yeah. So firstly, I use medium-high heat to cook it for about 10 minutes. Then I turn to medium heat for another 10 minutes or so. Agak-agak. Right, this is almost finishing the second 10 minutes. Should be good enough right now. Everything hopefully will be the exact texture that I wanted. You can taste it if you like. You can taste a bit of the skin and the different meat, yeah? And there is a reason why this Teochew porridge is called rice porridge. See? You still see all the rice grain, yeah? This is what they call Teochew porridge. Now, this porridge actually has one more extra natural sweetness, which is coming from the rice itself. It's basically done. What you need to do right now is just to use some salt and probably a little bit of sugar to adjust to taste. Wow, I can taste the natural sweetness from the fish itself and the rice. Now I'm going to give it a bit of salt. You don't have to make it too salty, because when you are eating, the individual can adjust using some light soy sauce to adjust to taste as well. So I've added in some salt and few dashes of fish sauce. Almost done. It's not done yet. We still have some ginger. This is the heavy, the xia pi and the fresh coriander. You can also put some fried garlic on top. Garnish it with a little bit of sesame oil and few dashes of white pepper. Done. So here's my long dan yi, yeah, the giant grouper, Teochew fish porridge. I hope you like my dinner today. If you like my dinner, do share my video on your Facebook to your friends. Come to Cooking Appa Facebook fan page to click like and follow button. Follow Appa on Instagram and subscribe to Cooking Appa YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Bye bye.